I can see the stars align, dance around the moon every night.
Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. If you're new here, I am the organizer advisor, Dr. Lisa Winfield, a certified life coach and certified professional organizing, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Now, whatever time you are watching this video, there's a holiday right around the corner. And my goal is to help you create a framework or a plan in order to take some prep steps so that you can enjoy this holiday, whatever holiday you're celebrating, and not feel overwhelmed, stressed out, frustrated, tired. Instead, you're going to feel calm, confident, and centered. Doesn't that sound good? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 10 steps that you can take in advance that are going to help you with this upcoming holiday, whatever season you're celebrating. So let's just jump right in. The first step is to clean the festivity space. So if you're going to be entertaining and you're hosting, let's say, a birthday dinner or Thanksgiving or Easter or whatever holiday you celebrate, if you're going to be hosting at your home, you're going to want to clean that space. This is going to enhance your confidence. When you have guests in your space and you know it is clean and it is organized and it is decluttered, you are going to feel so much more confident, which means you're going to enjoy hosting in that space so much more than if it was something that you didn't feel confident in. In fact, if you look at the research indicates that most people don't invite friends or family over to their homes because they feel that their home is not guest ready and that they would be judged. So if we have a really every nook and cranny clean, organized, decluttered space in which to entertain, you're going to enjoy the holidays, then your event more, and your guests are going to enjoy it more because you're going to be so relaxed, because you're going to be confident. Let's talk about cleaning the space. Now, we can do an every nook and cranny clean if you have time. You could do this up to like 10 days in advance. So this would be one of the first things that I put on my agenda or my calendar to do, is to take time to clean the space. Now, you can clean it like I suggest in all of my other every nook and cranny cleaning videos, which is called using the compass rose strategy, where you clean one wall a day. So that way you don't tear apart a whole room. You don't have to schedule a whole day. You can do a little bit after work, a little bit at a time. That way you're not carving so much time out of your schedule to clean a room. So every nook and cranny cleaning, we start with the ceiling. We sweep the ceiling, wear eye protection. Clean ceiling fan or light fixture. If you're using a formal dining room, you may have a chandelier. You'll want to clean that. And then you can start on the north wall. I like to dust the wall. That way we get any kind of dust off the wall so we're eating that doesn't circulate when people are moving around. Also, you can clean whatever glass surfaces are on that wall. You can clean the baseboards, clean under and behind any furniture, clean any upholstery, but just focus on that one wall. That way you're not overwhelmed. And then the next day, do the east wall. If you have a credenza or a china cabinet, clean that out. Make sure everything is sparkly, the dust is removed, and you've decluttered. Make sure the flooring is clean, but that clean space is going to serve as the backdrop for your festivities. And you're going to want to know that it's clean. That psychology of clean is really going to pay off here. Okay, so that's step number one. Clean the room in which you have your festivities. Okay, number two, along the same vein as that, is we're going to clean whatever area we may be housing guests. So if you're going to have overnight guests or weekend guests, you may want to go ahead and do some prep steps in cleaning that space. You can do an every nook and cranny cleaning again. Just break it down into small, manageable segments, one wall a day using that compass rose strategy. But this way you have a lot of that done. Now, if you're having to use a child's room as temporary guest quarters, you can do some of this in advance, but it's best to wait until right before your guests come in order to do the final touches, like changing the sheets, putting in fresh towels, vacuuming, dusting. But you can do the prep work, which is kind of the other cleaning, baseboards, and making sure that the windows are clean, and making sure that the carpet is cleaned, and that the larger bedding is clean, like the bedspread and the pillows. So take those prep steps. You may want to go ahead and create a little guest basket, which has toiletries and some specialty items, some comfort items that your guests may need while they're visiting. I have a video on that. I will link it in the description box below. So that's step number 2. So now we've got kind of the major cleaning out of the way. We've got the festivity space cleaned. We've got the guest room cleaned. Now what we're going is we are going to start to plan like our menu or any shopping that we need to do so that we can shop sales, use coupons, take advantage of store loyalty cards and store sales flyers, e-coupons, whatever shopping method you use to save money. If you plan in advance, you're able to capitalize on those strategies and save more money. Plus, it reduces your stress because you're doing it a little bit at a time. You're not overwhelmed where you spend a whole day before your guests arrive trying to chase down bargains, shopping, picking the last minute items up. You have a plan for everything you need. Now, what are you going to plan to shop for? Your menu, what menu items you're going to have and what ingredients you're going to need to execute that menu. Are you going to need fresh flowers for the table, or what decor decorations are you going to use? What's going to be your centerpiece if you are going to have like a formal dinner? What kind of specialty decorations may you need, such as if it's a birthday party, you may need a birthday banner or maybe a piñata. You may also want to consider beverages. What kind of beverages are you going to serve? What are you going to need? Ice or additional ice? Do you need any kind of specialty serving ware? Also, gifts and gift wrap. Do you need those things in advance? So go ahead and plan that out so that you can take care of that while you're out running your errands, or when you are coming home from work, you can run by and pick up that gift or that gift wrap, and then you have that done. So you can check that off the list. So that's step number 3. Plan out what you're going to need to purchase. Okay, so step number 4 is to plan how you're going to accommodate the space with your guests. So are you going to have like a buffet dinner? Are you going to have, do you have enough chairs and seating? Start to think about what you may need to rent or borrow or pull out of storage in order to accommodate your event. So that's step number 4. Step number 5. This is an important one. If you are going to be serving food, so you're going to prepare a meal, you're going to want to clean out your refrigerator and your freezer in advance. So this is a good time. 10 days before is a great time to look at what's in your refrigerator and freezer, what needs to be used, such as fresh produce or dairy, cheeses, any kind of condiments that have been open a while, and you think, you know what, I'm just going to plan a menu, use these items up so I don't have to throw them away, but this is going to help you clear out your refrigerator and freezer, because you're going to have plenty of room in your refrigerator or freezer for food items that you prepare in advance or for leftovers. Now, it's really, really stressful when you've done all of that cooking and you've got the cleaning of the kitchen to do, and you're trying to put away a lot of these food items, and you open your refrigerator and it's full. It's got tons of food in there. It's got leftovers from last week. It's got condiments that have been open for 3 months. It's got something in the back that you don't quite recognize. All of these things then hit you and you just become very overwhelmed. And this is kind of like what I call that panic meltdown point. So number 6, clean your oven. If you're cooking, clean your oven. Now, I want you to picture just for a minute. All your friends, family, loved ones are standing around the kitchen having a glass of wine while you're putting some finishing touches on the meal and you go to put in the rolls into the oven. And you open the oven and you look in it and you're like, close it really quick because you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to clean the oven. And it looks kind of well used. So instead, let's take this prep step. All your friends or family are hanging around the kitchen having a glass of wine, candles are lit, you're calm, you're just confident, you're very centered. You go to open the oven, you slip the buns in to warm them up. The oven is sparkling. You're just so like, I'm so glad I cleaned that because now I feel confident.
I can see the stars align, dance around the moon every night. And
It's so uplifting to feel like I can open my oven and not feel immediately embarrassed. I'm telling you, that's going to help. On the same note, you're going to want to look at your small appliances that you may need, such as your hand mixer if you're making mashed potatoes or whipped cream or frosting. Look and make sure they work. Because if it's not working, it's going to derail you at that last moment. Number 7. If you're going to be using your dishes, china, your everyday dishes, whatever you're going to use that's you're not disposable, you're going to want to go ahead and clean those. Have china or crystal you feel comfortable washing in the top rack of the dishwasher on a quick cycle. That's a great way to prep these items for your event. I have some crystal that I hand wash, so I wash them in a plastic bin. And I say plastic because if you hit one of your pieces of crystal on your cast iron sink or your stainless steel sink, it can lead to chips. But if you're using plastic, it's less chipping. But if you're gonna use your hard surface sink, put a towel down. I use a plastic bin. I use warm water and a dishwashing tablet dissolved in the water. I wash in that solution and then I rinse with clean water and then I hand dry. And when you go to make that toast, you're going to feel confident that your crystal is going to shine. Clean whatever serviceware, especially if you're going to be using silver. You're going to want to make sure that your silver is polished. You can do this way in advance. I like to wrap mine in tissue paper and then seal them in plastic bags so that they stay polished and they don't tarnish between the time I prep them and the time the event is held. So then that way, that's a whole lot of time I save myself. Plus, it's something we tend to forget at the last minute. So then we don't feel as though we can pull out our silver or some of our best serviceware because we haven't polished it in a while. So if we take this step in advance, we're going to enjoy using these items to enhance this event. Okay, also table linens. If you plan on using any kind of linens, you're going to want to make sure that those linens are cleaned and wrinkle free. Whether you iron them, starch them, have them professionally done, they're going to look so much better. I'm going to take them out, run them through the washer, pop them in the dryer, take them out immediately and hang them so that they're crease free, wrinkle free. And if you have the time, you can iron them with a little bit of spray starch, give them a little bit of body, and that's going to make your table look amazing. Last but not least, you're going to want to go ahead like the day before and any items that you can bake in advance, like let's say you're making cookies or you're going to make muffins. If you want to bake those a little bit in advance, that's going to help save that oven space and it's going to save you time and you're going to be less frustrated. If you have any kind of gifts that you need to wrap, if you have the last minute decorations like flowers or balloons, let's go ahead and get those like the day before so that we can have everything ready. Remember the ice and have everything ready so that the day of the event, it's just the last minute cooking and the last minute decorating. And once you have all of that done, you are going to be sitting down with your cup of tea or your glass of wine, and you're going to say, you know what? I'm really going to be able to enjoy visiting with my family, my friends, my loved ones, really embracing this celebration. Last comment I want to make is take time for you. Don't allow the stress and the busyness of the holiday, whatever you're celebrating, create a dynamic where you don't take time to sit down with a nice cup of tea or a glass of lemonade or just some cold water. Maybe take some time to meditate. Take a little time to look at a magazine or read a book, something to keep you calm. Because what you don't want is to really allow your body energy to escalate beyond a point where you feel anxiety, panic, overwhelm, frustration, and oftentimes, you just kind of get into that very teary, overwhelmed meltdown. And that it just makes you not be able to enjoy the holidays, and it really creates a dynamic of not looking forward to celebrations. So hopefully these 10 prep steps will help you to create your own framework, to develop a plan so that you can truly enjoy your holiday, whatever celebration you are planning. Let it be peaceful. Have a plan and remain calm, confident, and centered during your holiday celebration. This is the Organizer Advisor, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow on Facebook. Check out some of my other videos on YouTube. If you like this content, please share with someone that you know could benefit from the same kind of ideas. I wish you a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.